One of the questions that came up in tonight's debate was about the fact that cities or regions, they'd like to do their own thing. They like to choose their own transport solutions, what suits them. What was your reaction to that kind of question? What was your reaction to the debate tonight?
Well, I think of course that's true, and in some thematic areas it's quite valid that cities do their own thing. I think if we look at the sort of problems we're facing in relation to the white paper and in terms of electromobility, if we know that we've got 13 producers of different charging points here in Belgium, there's a real need for this kind of standardisation, and I think the EU has a role to make to get cities thinking on the same lines on this, at least. So that's.
What's your general opinion about the transport white paper? Are they ambitious? Are they going in the right direction?
I think there are some very valuable objectives in the white paper. This reiteration of modal split change in freight transport is very important. Also, the targets that are set, maybe we won't get them, but getting the momentum going is absolutely crucial. I think we're asking people, and also the transport lobbyists who spoke tonight, to make fundamental lifestyle changes in the years to come if we're going to achieve 2020, 2030, 2050. And in that sense, the white paper has an important role to play. From an URBAC point of view, I would be a little disappointed at the sort of sectoral entry point that is still there, because when you talk about changing transport, changing habits in transport, it's also about, and there is lip service paid to urban planning, but locational policy, how we deal with development around our transport hubs is absolutely crucial in this. So, we need to broaden the perspective on the integration. And perhaps the thing that disappointed me most is curbing mobility is not an option. Now, I'm not for curbing mobility. Accessibility to goods and services is a fundamental right. But curbing mobility or reducing mobility is perhaps part of the solution, just as electromobility is part of the solution. Electromobility is not going to solve things in the short term either. So we have to take a multi-pronged approach, and we have the technology now in terms of internet and conference facilities and the kind of things that you do, I think, to reduce mobility, to do homeworking, to do things like this. A lot of bridges to cross on this, but I think it can be part of the package. That's it.
Lovely.
Was that helpful?
That was great.